So why don't we give it a shot, see if we can get the Windows systems for Linux running.
Sounds good to me. So we're going to put Ubuntu on there, and I've already downloaded the Ubuntu 20.04 ISO. However, I will let you guide me because I don't think I still have the links that you sent. I think they were in the, were they in your documents somewhere?
Yeah. They're in the localhost document, which
do you want to drop me that in the chat and I'll open it up and go from there?
Yeah, it's also in our Discord, but
cool. Who knows how far up? Is it around here?
I don't know, you should see the document heading localhost.
Is this it? Install WSL on Windows 10.
That's not it. I mean, that's one of the links in it. I guess that's all we need right now. I'll put it in the chat anyway.
Great, thank you. So I'll open that.
But we probably should pin those important documents to the channel.
Sure. So I think I'd started doing this on this box and I'd run into trouble when we were last looking at this. And the problem I've got is I'm not sure.
I guess we want to go back into PowerShell and check the WSL version we're running.
Yeah. I'll have to do a new one because otherwise, I suppose I don't want. Do I want to complete this? No, I don't. There we go. So then we can take wsl set default version 2. And it's saying it's not recognized, suggesting that WSL is not properly installed. So maybe we go back up to the top. But I think I've done this. So I don't know. Do you think I start from the beginning?
Yep, start from the beginning.
Okay, so step 1, enable Linux Windows subsystem for Linux. I'm hoping this won't interfere with my Hyper-V as discussed, but
it shouldn't.
Let's try things. If it really goes the proverbial up, I will have to do a reinstall. That's part of learning, right? Now that I've chilled out about it. So that looked good, step 1. Enable the VM feature. This is a bit I'm worried might interfere with Hyper-V and even vice versa.
You may have it already have it enabled.
Yeah. So that looks much better than before. And now I need to restart my machine to complete this. So I don't know.
I will pause the video.
Yeah, I don't know what to do though, because we've got 25 minutes left on this Red Hat download.
Okay, well, we'll just continue.
Yeah. Shall we look at Docker?
Well, let's check out the Linux first.
2. Apologies, Jim.
So before we reboot, we need to do some other steps here, right?
That's right. So to get Windows Subsystem for Linux installed with V2, not V1, it says wait to restart your machine and move on to the next step. So that's what I'm going to do. Check requirements for running. You must to be running, right, we've got x84 Windows 10. Pretty sure my build is that or higher. I guess we should check the build number, right, just to be sure. But it's a fairly new system, so I'm hoping it will be. If I just bring up Notepad as well. So that's the build. It must be higher than this build number. Can you see my build number? I can't. Oh, there you go. 19042. So we're okay there. Good. So I don't need to save that. Close that. To check the other, oh, we've just done that. Update to the latest Windows version. Okay, so enable the VM feature. Before installing wsl2, you must enable the virtual machine platform optional feature. And this is, I am a bit concerned that Hyper-V and this might get in each other's way, but as we've just agreed, we'll find out. So I'm going to run this command, I think, assuming I haven't already run it. What was that I ran above? Oh, crikey. Yes, so I've already run that. I guess can't hurt to double check. Okay, so it's done. It looks like it was already run. And then it says restart your machine.
Okay, now I'll post the video.
Cool. Yes, so I'll excellent. So just to recap, we're looking to install an R node on Windows using Docker. I downloaded this Docker for desktop, but then thankfully David turned up and he suggested another way of doing it. So I'm going to try and do that now through Visual Studio Code, which if anybody wants to know how to download and install that, it really couldn't be easier. Just go to Google, Visual Studio Code, and you will find it here. Download for Windows, stable build, big blue button. Choose your distro, but presumably it will be x84, and that downloads. You run that executable, and once that's run, I'll let it download. Now I've started. 13 seconds. So you let that download, run it, and then you will have this interface here. And Dave, sorry about the background noise. David was just saying if you click on extensions and type Docker, then it will come up as an extension to plug in. So I'm going to click install on that, and it's installing by the looks of it. It's installed. That was nice and easy. So thank you, David. Now what?
Yeah, the installation isn't complete yet. So you have to go to, you can see the Docker icon there. The next one is the Docker icon. Underneath, no. On your far left. Where you have the extension icon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You have to click that, then connect it. Yeah, it should look for it's looking for your Docker. You downloaded the installer, right? Or is it still installing?
The extension's installed. The download.
No, I mean the software itself, because this connects to the Docker software.
So I need to install it, which I haven't done yet. I've downloaded the installer, but I haven't actually installed Docker. So do I need to run that as administrator?
Yes. So I would like to ask a quick question. It's your what do you call this? Hyper virtualization or virtualization. Is it turned on yet? Let's run it first. If
no,
I think
it's not.
That should be a problem.
It's enabled, David, my Hyper-V, but I haven't yet rebooted. So and the reason I haven't rebooted is because separately we've got 10 minutes left on the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 download. So we're sort of killing time waiting for that.
And if we need to install Docker, you may need to reboot also, but we can start that process. Why don't we go to our instructions and try that? Because I think we'll be stumbling around to get this working. If we,
I think you would need the hyper virtualization and the WXL. It makes it a lot easier to run Docker and manage your containers.
Thank you so much for joining. How useful is that? So I think we just need to pause and wait for 10 minutes because we're sort of blocked on four different things.
Let's get everything installed right first. So go to the page that I just put in the chat.
Of course.
Yeah, this doesn't show how to install Docker. It just shows the to set up our node on Docker.
So I'm just wondering, I should probably rename this from Linux to rnode. Rename rnode installs because we're going to install various different forms of rnode, and I'm just going to collect my links here if that's all right. So I'm going to add a Docker folder. Oh,
yeah.
What's just happened? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You know, I'm not sure why we don't follow the instructions for installing Docker just to make sure they work.
Yeah, we can do that if you want, Jim. Don't know what just happened there. My screen just completely froze and very odd. Sorry, I apologize. Don't know if you guys got cut out. Oh, damn it. I wanted to get that link. I'm free.
Can you find that link in the chat?
Sorry, Jim. There you go. Yeah. Set up local rnode instance. Is that right?
Yeah.
So installing rnode Docker. Running on Linux. This looks good. Let me add this as well. So
Okay. After the first step, it's going to say restart your PC. So we really, I guess we really can't get far through here.
Yeah. How loud am I? That's why I'm so loud, because my volume.
Yeah. Okay, so you can install Docker or not at this point. I'm going to stop the recording.